about them. In my life, I love you more.
Welcome. Thank you for coming today to celebrate the life of Kathy MacLeod. Be it from here in the room or from live stream, your presence is cherished. My name is Brenda Stouffer. I was a close friend and a workmate with Kathy, and I'm grateful to be part of this day celebrating this incredible woman. She touched our lives, some of us in different ways, but all very special. I also want to give you fair warning right now. There will be opportunity later in the service to share short stories and memories of Kathy. Thank you. I'm pretty sure there's a few good stories out there, so I'm just giving you a few moments to think about it. For those of you who aren't comfortable, you'll notice that there's cards on the table, and we have a box in the foyer where you can leave your thoughts and memories. The music that was chosen today are some of Kathy's favorites, with a goal of having uplifting music that she loved and that suited her personality. Kathy was one of 6 girls in the Gilday family. Her dad was a saint. The eulogy I'll be reading today has been a shared endeavor of Kathy's sister and roommate at home, Norma MacLeod from Nova Scotia. She will be remembering the early years, and I'll follow up with the Grand Prairie days. I'm grateful to Norma for taking the time to work on this, as it was a shared endeavor. And I woke up with a frog this morning, so you'll have to excuse me. So, I'm reading Norma's words to start. Kathy Jean by Norma. To describe my extraordinary sister is a daunting task. Kathy was larger than life in character. Her main motivation in life was love of family, friends, home, and work. Kathy's love was vast and demonstrative. Herein, I will try to present a few moments in Kathy's young life, which speaks to the amazing woman she became. Kathy was a lovable, pleasant little girl. She was outgoing and could strike up a conversation with anyone in the neighborhood. She was always generous and helpful. When Kathy was about 5 years old, Mom was shocked to find out that she'd pulled up a chair to the stove, stood on it, and announced, "I'm going to make supper for everyone." Sounds like Kathy, doesn't it? As she grew, Kathy breezed through school, particularly enjoying the social scene. She had many friends and never missed a social event. Kathy was a rule follower, and she avoided worrying our parents above all. She would often call from a party to tell them that she was having fun and she'd be home soon. She was kind and considerate at a young age. Kathy and I shared a strong bond and a lifetime of memories and experiences. We shared a room as we grew up, as well as our sense of humor. Kathy would make the best snacks. We would talk and laugh and listen to music. It was a privilege to hang out with my sister. Kathy had a great social life. In junior high school, she was a cheerleader, and she loved to skate. She had an outgoing, gregarious personality and a close circle of friends. She was kind and inclusive to everyone. Kathy accompanied me when it came time to check out residence at St. FX University. The students greeted her in the hallway, asking which room was her. Now, Kathy was 4 years younger than Norma, so that was kind of interesting. I think 4. They laughed their heads off because they had to explain that it was actually Norma that was going to school there. As much as Norma loved St. FX, she missed Kathy terribly. Kathy always waited up for her. She knew which always waited up for Norma when she knew she was coming home. On one of Norma's visits, Kathy waited up with her boyfriend, Kevin. The rest, as they say, is history. Kathy and Kevin were an incredible, lifelong couple. After high school, Kathy attended Mount St. Vincent University. A few weeks into the school year, Kathy and Norma came home to Cape Breton to visit family. After Sunday dinner, it became evident it was time to leave. Kathy courageously announced she was not returning. Our parents were surprised but trusted her judgment. Kathy immediately enrolled in Cape Breton Business College, where she happily excelled. Kathy was a lifelong learner. She applied her business knowledge in all of her endeavors. Kathy took business-related courses throughout her life. She continued to study after moving to Grand Prairie. Her intelligence and hard work and positivity ensured her success. Kathy was a powerhouse, both professionally and personally. One of Kathy's favorite quotes is by Maya Angelou. "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel." Kathy had a gift of making everyone feel seen, heard, and valued. A quote from Cathal Gibran, which reminds me of Kathy, is "Work is love made visible." Kathy's love was made visible in all areas of her life, both personal and professional. She loved her family, her friends, and her work. She loved the people with whom she worked. She was excited for me to meet Brenda, Blaze, and Jonathan, as well as her friends, Shelley, Gord, and Donna, to name a few. Kathy was dedicated and all in when it came to supporting others and doing her best. This last quote underscores a core family value: buy the shoes. This is open for interpretation. Kathy and I felt that it spoke of self-esteem and how time flies. Generations of our family loved to shop and dress up. On the rare occasion when I didn't buy something, Kathy would make sure I got it in the mail. Kathy had such a big heart. In her youth, as well as her adult life, Kathy was always supportive. She loved to host family gatherings and celebrations. When times were tough for any of us, Kathy showed up, even if it meant traveling all the way across the country. Kathy was precious and will forever be in our hearts. I think that the best thing to do going forward is to honor Kathy by following her lifelong example: lead with love, kindness, and empathy. Norma's perfectly described the Kathy I knew. I'll share a bit about her life in Grand Prairie. I just need to take a drink. Kathy and Kevin moved to Grand Prairie in 1998. She worked in retail at a number of stores prior to landing a job managing Young Canada, a children's store in the Prairie Mall. According to Shelley, a dear friend who worked many years with Kathy, she was the best boss. Even though there was work to get done and things to do, there was always lots of laughter during the workday. Kathy made sure it was fun to come to work. During the early years in Grand Prairie, Kathy took the 2-year office administration course in the college on an accelerated 1-year program. She was never afraid of a little hard work. She was proud of accomplishing a post-secondary education in her midlife. She went on to get a job with Alberta Health Services, working in a few departments before landing in human resources. It was in her position at HR where I first met her as the very helpful voice at the end of the phone. She was my go-to gal for all things HR. It was many years later before I actually met her in person, and she was just as wonderful as the voice that was on the end of that line all the time. Blaze hired her into a management role with Linen and Environmental Services, and I was thrilled because it was the perfect job for her. Her work ethic shone as she dove into a new role of working alongside the staff and learning exactly what they did for their jobs. Kathy was a respected, caring, and compassionate leader who believed in the value of her staff and their role in patient safety at the hospital. She was the ultimate teacher and mentor, always willing to share her knowledge and encouraging others to be their best selves. Tough when necessary, she was also a good listener, honest and fair. One of her sayings was, "A mistake is a memory." How true is that for all of us? If you messed up, you might get called on it. But she also knew that you'd not likely do the same thing again. And she ensured you got whatever training you needed to help you do better. Her supervisor at the QE2, Jonathan, was her right-hand man, and she appreciated his knowledge and dedication of the job. Their work relationship evolved into a firm friendship built on mutual respect, caring, and caring for each other. Our morning coffees started with the Timmies, that was essential at work, and a quick check-in. Blaze and Kathy shared the East Coast background and would sometimes talk fondly about home and the shenanigans they'd get into there, places I had to visit when I got down that way. The stories shared and frequent laughs will always be something that Blaze and I remember and treasure. We love how our work relationship turned into a lasting friendship, from lunch date, for fish and chips of course, to coffee visits and suppers. The bond we built in the years working together and beyond is cherished. With Kathy, family always came first. She loved her clan fiercely, and their connection as family is palatable. From the very beginning, Kevin and Kathy were a team, working together to make the best, love-filled lives for the girls. They knew how to work hard, but also knew how to enjoy life. Camping at their lake lot, spending time in the water, connecting with friends over good food and conversation, and more recently, the time together enjoying their property in the Mirror River in Nova Scotia, a dream they made a reality built on their love of home and each other. Kathy's pride in the accomplishments of Leanne and Katie was ever present. Time spent together was precious. Leanne remembers movie dates with Mom. Time together, just the two of them. Hard when you have a little sister around, you know? Even if it was something Kathy personally maybe wouldn't want to go see, like Star Trek or Rocky Horror Picture Show, it was all about spending time with Leanne, with her daughter. Now, Katie remembers the fun of shopping at Crowell's. Crowell's? I think I got that right. From an early age, when it was fancy dresses and frilly socks and lace gloves to finish off the look. Some of that fashionista that Norma mentioned obviously rubbed off on that girl. Both of the girls spoke about the fun family time, holidays in Dundee or camping at Marco Polo Land as kids, and Kathy never turned down a chance to go on a shopping spree with her girls. Time together was precious and filled with love and laughter. Kathy and Kevin enjoyed traveling and had opportunity to do a number of wonderful trips together: Florida, Cuba, Jamaica, Hawaii. Sometimes they included the whole family, just like the trip to Mexico. What an adventure. Treasured times for all. Grandson Archie was the light of Kathy's life. From the moment she laid eyes on the boy, she was smitten, and her one goal in life was to love him to bits. Archie spent a lot of time with Nana and Papa, and Kathy was the ultimate picture of a kid's dream Nana. There were hours and hours of books read, games played, pictures to color, and superhero action, making up the stories as they went along. Her dedication to helping him grow were her dedication to helping him grow and learn and be the best little man ever was second to none. These two were joined at the heart. Archie will miss Nana singing, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine." He truly was her sunshine. Kathy had a big, caring heart. She was a loving caretaker of Kevin's mom for many years. And when Kevin's brother John joined the family from Nova Scotia, she took him under her wing and made sure he was happy and safe in his new surroundings. I remember her saying, "Oh, I need to make sure I pick up some flakies for John," one of his treats. She was always thinking about others. As many of you know, Kathy took a life-altering fall in 2017. It was a terrifying time for all of us, and we were blessed to still have her with us for all these years. I mention this because it showed the strength of her character and her amazing willpower. That girl was bound and determined to get better and return to her family, and Kevin was her rock through it all. Her positive attitude and tenacity to push through the grueling exercises and go beyond and above what was asked of her shone through, to the point that the doctor in Edmonton at the rehab center commented on her optimism and paired her with others who were struggling with bitterness. You can be better, or you can be bitter or get better, was the mantra. She was all about the getting better. She excelled at inspiring and encouraging others to do so well. Always the mentor, even through her own challenges. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Many people will walk in and out of your life, but only true friends leave footprints on your heart." This could have been written to describe Kathy. She was a true friend. She had the biggest smile and shared it often. She was caring and compassionate and always ready to help where she could. She was a wonderful listener, always thoughtful, with a truly generous heart. We could get together and talk for hours about life and the kids, our families and trips. I also miss those chats. Helen Keller's words will help us to sum up Kathy's impact on this world. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Kathy, you will always be felt in our hearts. Thank you. Now it's your turn. We have an opportunity for you to share a story or a memory that you have of Kathy, and so I'm hoping that some of you will be comfortable coming and speaking.
For you guys that don't know, I'm John. I've had the pleasure of being Katie's other half the last almost 4 years, and really getting to know Kathy probably only about the last 2 years. It was a pleasure to know her, and anybody that knows her knows that you only needed a day, and she'd tell you who she was and what she was. She was honest. Integrity was a big part of her life. And she hugged you with her whole being. She loved with her whole soul. It was impossible to miss. I, a person that plans everything, have written nothing down. I didn't truly understand who Kathy was until we were in Nova Scotia. We were visiting a place that they truly loved, being back home, a place they'd spent a great many days. And we were sitting on the deck there, and I started to realize that it's not the place, it's the people. And she was truly happy when she was surrounded by love. It didn't matter who you were, whether you worked with her, you were family, you were a friend, or a perfect stranger. If you were there and honest and caring, she was that with you, and impossible not to be happy in her presence. I'm very happy to say that she has made me a better person, a better boyfriend. I see a ton of her in her daughter. And it's easy to understand why so many people are not only here, but talk about her frequently. I was truly honored to be considered part of the family. And I will carry her memory and some of the things that she told me and taught me for all of my days. Thank you.
So for everybody that doesn't know who I am, my name's Jonathan. I worked with Kathy in ES. I remember Blaze telling us he had hired a new manager. I'm like, okay, here we go. So I'm in my office and I'm waiting patiently at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they got there around 8:30 or so, and she knocks on the door. I open the door, and it was just a complete calming effect immediately, because you never know when somebody's new's coming in the door. And so she met the staff and everything, and then we had our first meeting, just the two of us, and it just instant connection, you know, her love, her, you know, genuine loving personality. Going on work trips with her. I remember we were sent to Fort McMurray, and we were bored in the hotel room one night. And she's like, let's go to the casino. I'm like, hey, you've never been, but sure, let's go. So she had $20 in her wallet. She put it in the machine and won a small jackpot. Can't remember what it was. She was all excited on her first spin that she won a small jackpot that she wasn't going to let Kevin know about, because she was going to go buy those shoes with Leanne that she found in Grand Prairie that she didn't want to spend the money on. Her style and her love of life, you know what I mean? After leaving the hospital and moving, we kept that connection. We could talk on the phone for hours. It probably drove Kevin nuts, but you know, we were just talking about memories and what everybody was up to, and we went through the whole family, you know what I mean? And just will always miss those phone calls and just seeing her and hugging her. She was a very big in hugs, and we'll miss her.
Hello, for those who don't know me, my name is Dorota. I am working leader for many years at EVS services at QE2. I didn't write speech. I know we don't have time. We can talk about Kathy week. A year won't be enough hours. So like Jonathan, I'm just gonna make a small speech. I hope you understand me with my accent, Polish accent. I hope you understand me. As Jonathan mentioned already, we got news that new manager is coming on the board. So of course, everybody is skeptical in first. Oh, new boss, okay, we see. And as Jonathan said, as soon as Kathy walked through the door and everybody had that connection. Jonathan had a meeting with her, then I had a meeting, and staff members, co-workers have meeting. So of course we're all skeptical about any person coming on the board first. Well, we see how long she's gonna last. We see how long he's gonna last. Well, Kathy lasted. Unfortunately, in 2017, the incident took her first time away from us. It was very sad and upsetting for us. But short, I want to mention just stories, funny experiences with Kathy, like John and Brenda said before already. I don't have to say how Kathy was passionate, like how good her heart was, but the most of all, the sense of humor, her laugh and her smile. I had quite few meetings with Kathy. She will email me, can you come to the office, to West Annex, we're gonna chat. Okay, so what did I do now? I never do nothing wrong, but okay. So there you go, we have meeting. First meeting, half an hour, is Kathy talking about her daughters, about Kevin, what he's building now at the MacLeod. He's bringing all that wood, he's collecting that wood. Always, like my husband, Dave. He has another project going on, all that wood. Turns out he was building a kitchen for her, outside kitchen. So we see how that is gonna turn out. Turned out she was very happy about it. Another project, half an hour, it was about Kevin's projects. And turns out they were very good projects. Happens that as we had MacLeod farther than, at the Slave Lake, farther than Kathy had it, all the time she was inviting us. I regret we never stopped. It was on our way, few kilometers off our way to turn left and go visit Kathy and her family. We didn't. We just ran all the time. That was the excuse. Sometimes we met them at the A&W for supper, going back from the lake, the same time we did. The funny thing, not making stories long, I know we don't have all day. One time I'm in the office with Kathy at West Annex, and she's telling stories, of course. First half an hour was stories. Meeting was about, professional meeting about work, was couple minutes at the end of her funny stories first. And one time she asked me, when you answer my email and you're saying at the end, you're writing at the end, thank you, Kathy, why are you writing you with capital U? Are you mad at me? I said, no, what you mean? Well, it's always thank you with capital U. I said, are you mad at me? I said, no, why you think like that? Well, because you, capital U is like you yelling at me. I said, oh my goodness, Kathy, I'm so sorry. No, because I respect you so much. Like, see how Polish and English is different? In Polish, when we respect someone, we love someone, we always the name or you, we write with capital letters. That shows the respect. In English, shows like you mad, you yelling, you want to point, hey, you. So, yeah, and I'm still doing that sometimes. Some can confirm that, I'm still, but that's with the respect, not being mad. Of course, her fashion, Kathy always had the best hairdo every day. Oh, I have messy hair. No, that's beautiful hair. Very nice clothes. One time I'm in her office, of course, half an hour, 45 minutes, we're talking about funny stories about her daughters, lots of about Archie, when Archie was born. Then she's covering her beautiful jacket. And look at me. I just came to work and I spilled coffee or something on me. And I said, Kathy, you have something there, or something here. Oh, just, but look at my scraps. Oh, you and I together, we are nothing like Blaze. Blaze is the worst. He always has stains and it's like, so, and besides that, Kathy, like Brenda mentioned, and Jonathan and John had a big heart. She always gave it every employee who fallen a little bit down, always a chance to grow up, always one chance, second chance, third chance. She was very compassionate, she was very good-hearted and understanding. We really miss her first time when she left us, and we will miss her forever. Her sense of humor, her contagious smile, because she always smiled. We're very lucky to have Katie, who's Kathy's like mini-me. The same smile, the same compassion. So, yeah, we will miss her. So that's what I want to say. Thank you very much.
You'll have to forgive me. Leanne usually writes all my speeches and correspondence. I hope I don't disappoint here today. Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tara Pilgrim. I had the pleasure of meeting Kathy 10 years ago when her wonderful daughter Leanne came into my life. Leanne has been my devoted clerk for the past 10 years with Alberta Health Services. Through Leanne, I got to know Kathy, Kevin, Katie, and John. And for those 10 years, they've been like family to me. As most of you know, Kathy also worked with Alberta Health Services. With her 2 daughters under the same roof, we had the privilege of being able to have coffee breaks, lunch breaks, many birthday celebrations together. During work, we had many laughs and cries over our 10 years. During Kathy's many visits to the parking office, she would never go without wishing me a good day, or a take care, or a how are you doing today, Tara? But my favorite was, where's Leanne? I would always come up with something crazy like, she's gone picking berries, or I fired her, Kathy. Kathy would always get a good kick out of my dry jokes. But in all seriousness, Kathy was always so concerned about our well-being, which was always her main priority for her girls. I was lucky enough to fall into that realm. In our line of business, Leanne and I have to take several trips to Edmonton and Fort McMurray. Every time I would drive over to Kathy's and Kevin's house to pick up Leanne, Kathy would always wish us luck and say, "Don't let anyone yell at you today, Tara." I would always reply, "Don't worry, Kathy, I always yell back." I'm sure she got these stories from Leanne. If not, she probably wouldn't have mentioned anything like that. During our 5 to 8 hour drives across the province, I'm sure Kathy had a tracking device on us, or it was her mom intuition, because she would always check in while we stopped and rarely while we drove. And Leanne and I liked to stop in every little town along the way. But with every phone call and every time we left their house, Kathy would say, "Tara, take care of her for me." And I would always respond, "Always." Kathy, we will miss your check-ins and your 15 phone calls to the parking office, which all the staff would scramble to answer before Leanne, just so that we could pull a prank on you or just to hear your voice. Kathy, may you rest easy with the angels. My promise to you is that I will always take care of Leanne and protect her every way I can. But the fact of the matter is, Leanne takes care of me, and I know she gets that giving intuition from you. You will always live on, Kathy, through your beautiful daughters, as both of them have the very best of you and a little pinch of your bad side. In closing, I would like to leave you with this poem. If tears could build a stairway. If tears could build a stairway and memories were a lane, we would walk right up to heaven and bring you back again. No farewell words were spoken, no time to say goodbye. You were gone before we knew it, and only God knows why. Our hearts still ache in sadness, and secret tears still flow. What it means to lose you, no one will ever know. But now we know you want us to mourn for you no more, to remember all the happy times. Life still has so much in store. Since you'll never be forgotten, we pledge to you today, a cherished place within our hearts is where you'll always stay. Someone once said life is just a dash, the dash on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke a following date with tears and said, what matters most of all was the dash between those years. For the dash represents the time they spent alive on earth, and now only those who loved them know what that little line was worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we lived and the love and how we spent our dash. So think about this. Are there things you would like to change? For you never know how much time is left that still can be rearranged. To be less quick to anger and to show appreciation more, and to love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read with your life actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you lived during your dash? I know from all the love shown here today, Kathy was very proud of the people who came in her life during her dash. And I know I am a better person to have her be a part of mine. Thank you.
Thank you to all of you. Stories that are fun to hear, just show us more of who the person was that Kathy was. I'd like you to join us as we watch a little bit of a slideshow of her life.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. What can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good times start and end without dollar one to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean.
sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yay!
Wasn't that a beautiful representation of the person she was? Hard act to follow. Please join me in prayer. Dear God, we take this moment to center ourselves and celebrate the gift that Kathy was to each of us. She was a light in our lives, and we will honor her memory by living our lives as she would want us to, filled with love, kindness, compassion, and laughter. Thank you, Lord, for holding us in peace and love through this journey and transition. Remind us to take the joy Kathy had in life and share it freely with others. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Romans 5, verse 8 says, "You are loved more than you'll ever know." Kathy was loved by God and by all whose lives were touched by her so deeply. Thank you to all of you who shared stories celebrating Kathy today. The stronger the love, the heavier our hearts carry the loss. Yet this is only because of the joy of loving her. Kathy would want us to celebrate the memories, and go forward, living our lives, cherishing our loved ones. I'll invite Katie to come up.
Hi. Just have a couple of words. Just thank you to everyone for taking the time to celebrate my beautiful mom here with us today. And to those who are viewing online, thank you. A special thank you to Brenda for leading us today and helping us with so much of the planning. To Aunt Norma for her content contributions, and to Shelley for helping us with the flowers. To the staff at Bear Creek Funeral Home who have been excellent to work with, and to everyone who's expressed kind words and actions the last 2 months. On behalf of my family, we are so very grateful for all of you. Thank you, and I think that is the end. Do we have anything else? Archie, do you want to say something? Okay. We thought we might, but we're good. Thank you.
We will just enjoy one last song that was a favorite of Kathy's, and then you're free to mill around and have refreshments. Thank you for coming.
I'm nothing special, In fact, I'm a bit of a bore. If I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing, 'cause everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song? For that's what are we. So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Mother says I was a dancer before I could walk. She says I began to sing long before I could talk. And I've often wondered, how did it all start? Who found that nothing can capture a heart like a melody can? Well, whoever it was, I'm a fan. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. I've been so lucky. I am the girl with golden hair. I wanna sing it out to everybody. What a joy